Hey everybody, it's Cam Capture here, and we got some big news about this Community Day coming up this December. Just like last year, it's going to be a 2-day event. It's going to be starting Saturday, December 14th, and we're also going to have one on Sunday, December 15th, the very next day. On Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., we're going to be having a bunch of Pokemon that we saw this year already show up in the wild. That's going to be Totodile, Swinub, Treecko, Torchic, Mudkip, Ralts, Slackoth, Trapinch, Bagon, Turtwig, and Chimchar. Those are Pokemon that we saw this year in Community Day, so we're going to get another chance at those for about 12 hours. There's also, a more focused Community Day set of 3 hours we'll talk about in just a second. But it's worth noting that Pokemon appearing in raids are the Pokemon from last year. Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, Eevee, Dratini, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Mareep, Larvitar, and Beldum. Those are going to be in raids and able to hatch from eggs. I imagine they'll probably tuck those in 2K eggs, but if I find out more about that, I'll let you know. So if you missed last year's stuff like I did, you'll be able to poke a bunch of raids for those 12 hours and hatch a bunch of eggs, so that'll be good. And during that Saturday as well, from 11 to 2 p.m., so those 3 hours just like a normal Community Day, but 2 hours after the event starts at 9 a.m., you're going to have this abbreviated Community Day where you have Totodile, Swinub, Treecko, Torchic, Slackoth, and Bagon the first half of this year. Those are going to be like a Community Day for them. I imagine it's going to have some pretty cool stuff with it, as well as these bonuses: the 2x catch Stardust, the 2x XP, half distance for hatching eggs. So you have to place them in the eggs during those hours, obviously. So it's a good time to maximize all the stuff that's happening during that time. Obviously, you probably want to avoid raids, but there's a bunch of people there and you can kind of hang around to the last second like I like to do. That's a good option. Just let people know that you're doing that so you don't lose your slot. Also, it's kind of rude to just sneak in. I always like to ask if that's appropriate. And moving on to Sunday, it's going to be pretty similar to the day before. From 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., you're going to have Totodile through Chimchar, so all of this year's Pokemon again. Then you're also going to have the Pokemon appearing in raids as well as Pokemon from eggs. It's worth noting that there's a slightly different list for the eggs. It looks like the difference between the eggs from one day to the other is that they don't have Squirtle in that. I guess they split them up so that you basically have to go to both days if you want to get the stuff from last year as far as the eggs are concerned. It doesn't really look like it so much with the raids though. So just make sure to be hitting a bunch of raids of stuff that you don't have. The same is true with the eggs. As far as Sunday's mini Community Day goes, within the larger extended Community Day, starting at 11 p.m. to 2 p.m. So again, 2 hours after the event has started for the day, you're going to be having Mudkip, Ralts, Trapinch, Turtwig, and Chimchar. We're also going to have the same bonuses as 2x catch Stardust, 2x catch XP, 1/2 hatch distance. So these are pretty darn good days to get there. If you missed any of the evolutions from the exclusive moves from 2018 to 2019, it's a good day to go ahead and throw them up for Community Day if you want those moves. I have a shiny Charmander that I've been holding on to. I'm definitely going to evolve that if I have time. I'll probably have time. I just got to schedule it. I'll throw a bunch of Pokemon from both years into a big video, and we'll evolve them all, and we'll talk about the ones we haven't seen and maybe do a little bit of a highlight reel. So it's going to be a packed couple of days, guys. Make sure to put it in your schedule, December 14th and 15th. If you can get those days off, make sure you can. If you're like me and you kind of pick up work as you get it as a self-employed person, you got to do what you got to do. I may not be able to play the whole time, But I'm definitely going to try to get those 3 hours out and at least get a light jog in during them. You know, why not? All right, guys. Hope you're having fun during this tentacle event. I suggest you guys go out there, be your very best, like always. And I hope I can get a shiny myself. So wish me luck, guys, right? Thanks, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next one.